One of the 5 major religions is Buddhism. Today, Buddhism is the 4th largest religion, and now there is estimated to be now over 500 million Buddhists in the world. It's mostly in Asia and India. Buddhism is a religion where you believe that the only way to not suffer is to give up your desires. Buddhism was developed in India, in a place now modern-day Lumbini, by a man named Siddhartha Gautama, who was born a prince around 530 BC, and he became known as the Buddha, which if translated means the enlightened one. Siddhartha lived a life of luxury, and he began to question the value of living a luxurious life, and he also realized that even the most rich and powerful rulers suffer. He saw the foresight, which was a monk, as a sign that he should search for the answer to suffering. He sat in the shade of a fig tree where he meditated for many years, and he was then enlightened. He was also said to reach nirvana, which is freedom from the cycle of rebirth. He also obtained bodhi after meditating, which is the understanding regarding the nature of things. Buddhists believe in karma, which is pretty much who does evil meets with evil, and who does good receives good. They also believe in reincarnation, which is pretty much the belief that when you die, you'll be reborn into a new person. And as I mentioned earlier, nirvana, they believe in the freedom from the cycle of rebirth. It's a state of wisdom and believed to be the highest happiness. Buddhism has many of the same beliefs as Hinduism, and Indians were willing to accept new ideas because the Brahmin priests seemed to only care about their ceremonies and not about the needs of the people, so the Hinduists were willing to look for a more spiritual religion. Buddhists are both mono and polytheistic. They're split. It depends on their branch. They have Theravada Buddhism and Mahayana Buddhism. Theravada is older, and they pretty much believe that there's not really a god. Buddha is pretty much a teacher. And Mahayana is more high spread, and they're polytheistic. And in Buddhism, there aren't any holy books. They have sacred writings. They have the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Paths. The Four Noble Truths are the heart of the teachings of Buddhism. And the importance of the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path is that they were Buddha's messages, and they were steps for the people to follow to have a good life. But Mahayana and Theravada were overall different for their culture and custom. Buddhists worship, their place of worship are in temples, and found next to a temple you can find a stupa, which is a sealed mound, and pagodas, which are sacred buildings. That is